Just make a couple points and then we'll just jump right in. And one big thing is that a typical approach to social media, like it's such a hot area right now, everybody's talking about it, everyone's doing it. Most people say, oh God, I need to get on Twitter, or oh, we need to get a business page on Facebook, or LinkedIn, whatever it is. There's one real answer to taking that approach, and that is no, don't do it. What you really need to do, which you'll find out tonight from our presenters, is slow down. Ask yourself who it is you actually need to engage with. Forget about the medium and the channels. Think about who do you need to engage with. And then stop and think. This is important too. A lot of people don't do this. Stop and think. What do I want these people to think about me when I'm engaging them? And then lastly, at that point, figure out the most effective channels that you need to leverage to do those above points. And for instance, as a consumer brand, Facebook may be the perfect spot. Facebook and Twitter, for instance. As a business-to-business brand, you might be looking more at, say, for instance, properties like LinkedIn, maybe some blogging strategies, possibly Twitter as well, but you're going to approach it a whole lot differently. And again, it's not about the medium, it's how you're communicating through that medium. And then you might have, independent professionals. We've got people in financial services here tonight and real estate agents. And that's a situation where on a local level, your whole goal may simply be to get well known through the community and meet a whole bunch of people locally and not have necessarily a specific focus other than to get out in the community, expand your network. And that's great too, but you want to have that strategy. You want to be doing that on purpose and know that that's why you're doing it. And of course, the golden rule of social media is always think about adding value. Social media, it's like networking in person. Like if I came up to any one of you and tried to sell some of our company's services the first time I met you, you'd be like, oh yeah, nice to meet you, see you later. And you wouldn't be interested at all. However, if we'd known each other for a little while, chatted a few times, and maybe I'd offered a couple of tips, maybe some advice on some online marketing stuff you're doing, at that point it would be quite appropriate to mention what sort of services that I actually offer through our companies. And just keep that in mind. It's the wrong place to sell. What you want to do is build trust and earn the right to engage in a conversation about your business or your goals. And then the other rule is to track everything that happens, to measure it, to optimize what you're doing, and then to keep going through that cycle. And that's an area that's really just emerging right now in social media, and that's a question that's been posed for our panel discussion later, so there'll be some information that comes up as well.